Hey guys, Palmetto Patriot 1 again. Since we're on the shotgun theme, I wanted to talk about my Remington 870 Express pump shotgun. You guys stay tuned, and we'll be right back. Guys, Palmetto Patriot 1 again. Talking about shotguns and staying on the same theme as a shotgun. We did the other video with the Stoeger M3500 automatic. I want to talk a little bit about my Remington 870 Express. This is talk about some of the purposes I use it for, and some of the setup I have on this shotgun. Just to go back a little bit, I bought this shotgun back when I was a police officer, and this was my patrol shotgun that I kept in the back of my patrol car. And when I got out, I kept it, and I bought it specifically to be my patrol shotgun. And when I got out, I was thinking about selling it, but I ended up keeping it for home defense. And this is what the purpose of this shotgun for me is, for my home defense. This shotgun, the 870 Express, is used for field shotgun. You can turkey hunt with it, duck hunt with it, bird hunt with it. The Remington shotgun has been around for a long time. Military still uses the Remington 870. Police department still use the Remington 870s. They also use the Mossberg 500s, which I still keep a 500 too. The Remington 870 is not as rattly and noisy to me as the 500s are, as the Mossbergs. But all in all, those two shotguns, as far as budget wise and money wise, you can't beat them. The reliability of a pump shotgun versus an automatic. Automatic has a lot of moving parts, a lot of parts that make that operation of that automatic shotgun. With these pump actions, you pretty much have your hands on, and you can feel everything that's going on in there for the operation of this shotgun. And it's usually, that sound right there is usually a good functioning shotgun. Now, you do have firing pin problems, you do have ejector problems, you may have rail problems or slide problems, but all in all, they are probably the most reliable shotgun that you can buy as a pump action and budget wise. And this shotgun is empty. There's nothing in the chamber. Yeah, there are loaded shells on the outside of it. There's nothing in the magazine. You can see the follower in there, the little orange follower. There's nothing in the magazine. So, shotgun is a safe shotgun. When I bought this shotgun, I bought it used. Hadn't been used much. Very little, which I can tell. Looked like somebody bought it and somebody just didn't use it at all and turned it back in, and I ended up getting my hands on it, so I ended up getting it. But it's an outstanding shotgun. When I first bought this shotgun, it had the 6-position AR-15 style stock. Didn't like it real much because it rattled, and the shell holder was mounted to the butt plate or onto the side of the buttstock, and I didn't like that feature because trying to reload that meant you had to hold this heavy shotgun up until you could get those shells fed into the shotgun. And one thing about a shotgun versus your AR-15s and your other rifles is you got to keep feeding, and you can lose count very easily because in the heat of the moment, even when you're doing training or you're shooting birds, heat of the moment, you got to keep that thing fed. you know, here in where I'm from, in my state, when you're hunting birds, you're only allowed to have 3 rounds in the shotgun itself total. There shouldn't be any other way you can put no more than 3 rounds, so you have to use plugs. This particular shotgun here has the 19.5-inch barrel or 18.5-inch barrel, and it's built short for tactical use. It's not a rifled barrel, it's a smooth barrel, but it can shoot slugs as long as you get the rifling slugs, and these are the Remington rifling slugs. So they had the rifling cut inside the lead, so when it hits the barrel it spins and keeps that accuracy. And I keep this shotgun set up with 3 buckshot, they all facing down, and 2 slugs facing up, plus the slug in my last round holder, which I have the same one on my Stoker. And I like that little feature. But my slugs gonna get me the range, the distance, and my buckshot to get me, you know, 40 to 50 yards out. Anywhere from 40 back or 50 back to 0. So I'll have some buckshot loaded in there. I have a light mounted on here. This is the ProTac Stream Light. Not real crazy about my little makeshift holder right here. It's just an old sight mount that I had that had some Picatinny on the back of it. It's holding on there, but I do have a light on it, and I do like that, because you do need to have a light, especially at nighttime, trying to identify a target. You need to be able to identify that target always. I like to have, it still has the bead on the front, the stock bead, but I did go get a high vis tube to put on here. It's just a clamp on, it clamps on it, and it's holding in place. It holds in place on its own pretty well. But I went and got a cheap Amazon sling adapter for my sling, which just already came with a steel one that's already on here. This one's plastic, this little sling adapter, and it may or may not hold up, but I still have a backup sling adapter that's made out of metal. But I don't have any of those quick connect sling adapters. And the good thing about the Magpul stock, when I changed out that AR stock and put this Magpul on here, it comes with different features. I mean, you can run the sling through here on either side, which I already got this one ran through on this side, or you can knock out that little plug here, and you can put it's for a quick connect adapter for a sling, and it's got them on both sides, so you got it on either side. It comes with the spacers on here, because it's set up almost like a youth model. If you take these spacers out, and the way you take it out is you take that screw out and pop that screw out of there and pull this whole plate off, and it'll slide out, and you can dump these 2 spacers and put it back in there, and it'll be right back up to stock, or set up for like a youth or short armed person that can't reach the trigger. And this stock is made by Magpul. Magpul makes them for the 870 and the Mossberg 500s. So and these stocks can be adapted to the Stokers, the Benellis, if you like that feature. I like the way it's set up. I like the way it feels. This pistol grip, the way it dips down a little bit and gives you that, man, it's like natural. I mean, you just naturally go to it. And I like the way that's set up. Fast acquisition. It feels like you got more control of it when you're holding it. And I like the way that feature is. And adding that last round caddy, you've seen it on the automatic. You can pull back when you get that light, when you've exhausted all your ammunition that you have on the outside of your rifle. You had that last round that you really need. It's right there. So if I had to go up and I get that last round and I dump that shell out, I can put that another one in there that quick. And that's what I like about this gun caddy. So you can come down and pop that in there, and she's ready to roll again. So that's a nice feature. That quick, and you reload it. So that's the spiel on my Remington 870. Like I said, they're reliable shotguns. All pump actions are pretty much reliable. I mean, you can't beat them. They've been tried and true through the military. Military has both 870s and Mossberg 500s. A lot of law enforcement still carry the old 870s packed in the trunks. You can order the police version of the 870 or the Marine version, which is a stainless steel barrel, so you know, dealing with water or being out on the sea or something like that, they're easy and hold up a lot better. The 870s do tend to rust real quick. I think a lot quicker than the Mossbergs do, because it's pretty much all steel. And I think the difference between the Mossberg and the Remington is that the Mossberg is the whole chamber part or the receiver part. This section here is aluminum, where 870 is all steel, and it has very few aluminum parts to it. It's pretty much all steel, and this was one big block of steel that's been carved out, and that's why I think that they're a little bit more expensive than the Mossbergs are, because the Mossbergs are aluminum. A lot of them are forged aluminum, and these right here are all steel. So it's a good gun. Not knocking Mossberg by no means. I own a few, so I grew up on Mossberg. Got rid of that old AR stock off of there and put this one on there, and man, she's jammed up. It's like she's got new life in her. She's ready to protect again. So that's what my reason for having this is, to protect my home. I mean, it doubles as a turkey gun if I need a turkey gun with it. A few more modifications, I could turn it into a bird gun, putting a 28-inch barrel on it and taking this 18.5 off. But I like this one, the way it's set up now, and it's probably going to remain that way. It's always been this way, except for that stock. I think that just improved it. And I love the way it looks, I like the way it feels, and I like the way it shoots. So it's a jam up home defense shotgun. So if you're looking for a home defense shotgun, you know, try the 870s, the Remington Express. So that's my spiel on her. You guys stay safe, keep your head on the swivel, and God bless you. It's Palmetto Patriot 1. We're signing out.